Right woman will appear in your life when you retain, not when you're drained. You know it. You don't even feel good looking in the mirror at yourself. And here's the thing, semen was created for reproduction purposes only, and when you're jerking off by yourself, you create this disoriented field of your psyche feel disoriented because you did not fulfill your primal purpose. You did not you weren't successful at a primal level. I can put it like that. You failed at a primal level because there was no woman around you, and ejaculation is meant to happen with a woman so that you can reproduce, and only then the body feels like, oh, I'm successful at this reproduction thing. But when you do it with yourself and your body does not sense any pheromones of females, that's when you feel the most drained because you're meant to feel drained. You're meant to feel the shame when you're jerking off by yourself because you're not because if you don't feel those feelings, if you feel completely satisfied with jerking off, you will not try to reproduce. You will not try to find a woman. You get what I'm saying? So reproduction will become just optional in a primal way because you can get the same feeling by yourself. If you can get the same feeling by yourself, why the hell will you try to go out of your comfort zone and get a woman? So now you get the point. When you are jerking off, you just creating shame within your body, but that is meant to help you so that you can actually go out and become successful at this reproduction thing. Speaking on a primal level here, it's not just for creating a human, it's also for creating a connection with a woman. But you're not doing either of those things. You're just jerking off and releasing and draining yourself. And the reason and the drainage you feel, the shame that you feel, the guilt that you feel is there to help you so that you can get out of this degeneracy and start putting yourself in a place where you're out of your comfort zone, and so that you will start to retain by yourself. But you will have a choice to indulge in casual flings. But here's the thing, if for the most men it happens like this, if you are a little bit spiritually inclined, if you are a little bit spiritually sensitive, yeah, what will happen is when you start to retain the casual flings, casual intercourse, that all that feel starts to feel very vague, so that you kind of get an ache at the same time while you get urges to interact with women in a casual flingy way. You start to get an ache because you know that this is what I'm doing. I'm wasting my energy on these women just to get a hit of pleasure. There's no connection there. So if you start retaining and you go, let's say, over 30 days, you will have this deep desire for a good woman rather than casual flings. You would want a good woman for yourself, but she won't appear if you're drained, if you don't even like looking yourself in the mirror, if you feel shame for yourself within yourself. See, universe is a manifestation of your own. The way you treat yourself is the way the world will treat you. If you don't even like looking yourself in the mirror and feeling proud of what you see, how the hell will you find a woman that respects you? Because you don't even respect yourself. So you are wishing for the wrong thing. You don't want to wish for a woman while you're being complete degenerate who doesn't even respect himself. First, start doing actions that create more respect within yourself. Start doing actions that are respecting to you, are a form of respect for yourself, like working out, doing semen retention. It is a form of respect, because I'll say it again, that when you're ejaculating, you're telling your psyche, ejaculate no, when you're jerking off, you're telling your psyche that I'm not capable at mating, so I have to do it alone. So you're filled with this shame and guilt that I'm not capable of attracting a woman, so I have to do it alone. So how the hell will you respect yourself if you do that? If you're telling your psyche that I'm not capable of attracting a mate, that's where semen retention comes. Hold up, I'm sweating. People on semen retention don't report any feeling of shame, and even the things that are embarrassing to other people, they don't feel that much dreading when people are on semen retention. So people start to report that they are feeling confident, and that is not a placebo. That correlates to the thing that I talked about, that when you are jerking off, you're telling your psyche that you're incapable for attracting a mate, so you have to do it by yourself. But when you stop that, your psyche is like, oh, this guy is not a degenerate anymore, but he's not getting any women either. So let's fill him up with the testosterone, fill him up with the pheromones, so that he attracts women, and he's success so that he's successful on a biological level. And prior to that, you were failing on a primal level. You were incapable of attracting a mate. You were failing like desperately on a primal level. But now that you started retaining, your biology starts to become your wingman. It starts to favor you. It starts to fill you up with the energy. So by now it's pretty obvious that how semen retention helps you build confidence. But here's the thing: when you're confident, everything starts to magnetize towards you. Right woman, right opportunities, and all that stuff. Because universe is just a mere reflection of you. It will only reflect what you already think about yourself. So now at a biological level, you think that, oh, I need to attract a mate. I'm confident. So you will end up attracting a mate, not just a mate, not just a physical mate for reproduction. You will, depending on how spiritually inclined you are and how deep your desire is to attract love, you will end up attracting the right woman that you actually want. Because prior to that, you were just attracting energy vampires probably, and women that are sirens and physical manifestations of succubus. Maybe you were just attracting those kind of women because you yourself wanted that. You yourself were draining yourself, so you ended up attracting those women that also want to drain you. Now that you are refraining from draining yourself, you will end up attracting a woman that's feminine and that you're nurturing yourself. You will attract a woman that also wants to nurture you. So you get the point now. And some guy commented on my video that semen retention is a sheep mentality thing, and I looked at it and it felt so pathetic. Like, how can you have such a pathetic point of view? Just because a lot of people are doing the same thing doesn't mean it's useless and doesn't mean it's not working. It was a very immature point of view. He himself maybe cannot control his urges. He himself maybe cannot transmute the urges, transmute the energy. So he completely ditches the idea of semen retention and calls it as sheep mentality. That's a very fucked up perspective, I'll be honest. Because there are many things a lot of people are doing. Just because a lot of people are eating healthy doesn't mean it's sheep mentality. So it was a very lame perspective. But for the people who are actually curious about semen retention, I will say that don't listen to anyone, don't even listen to me. Trust your gut and experiment on things. Just retain for 7 days. Even just in 7 days, people report having high energy. So don't trust anyone, anywhere. Just do things for yourself and try it for yourself, and then then see what you want to believe in. Firstly, experience thing and then believe those things. Don't believe because some guy said this. And especially don't listen to people who try to ditch this idea of semen retention because they themselves are addicted to fapping. They are addicts. That's as simple as that. That's all I will say. Listen to your gut always. Have an awesome day.